Okay, family. So it's 11:11, and I woke up at 5:54 a.m. and it's about 54. The last time I checked my phone, it was 54 degrees in my neck of the woods. Here's what I'm hearing. Here's what I'm channeling on this morning, and that is, I'm hearing this message: bees get degrees. Bees get degrees. Okay. Now, I'm going to break this down uh, for those that will be attracted to and listening to this message, because it's a whole lot in that. There's a whole lot in that statement. Okay. It's a whole lot of math and it's a whole lot of science. It's a whole lot of art in that statement. But, any good teacher is going to break things down so that those who are listening to the message can understand it in their own way. So I'm going to start with the simple math. Bees get degrees. And what I've been channeling for the past several days is the 292 rule. I was seeing the number 29 everywhere. The number 29, the number 92, the number 292. Like just over and over and over and over and over. So I was like, okay, all right. So what I began to channel and meditate and see is that basically it works like this. This is what I'm hearing. Out of 11 times that we do something, meaning we take time 11 times to try something, to try this or to try that, to try an experience, to try to master something, to work on something. If we do that 11 times, and if we pass versus fail 9 out of 11 times, then that means on average that we passed that thing, whatever that thing is, 81 to 82% of the time. Okay? So now let's flip that. If we try that thing 11 times and we only pass it 2 out of 11 times, then we only passed about 18% of the time. Okay? This is why this information is important on the 1111 portal, because the line between what is up and what is down, what is left and what is right, what is backward, what is forward, what is inside, what is outside, all of the duality mirror, okay, the poles. All right, the poles are very, 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 very thin right now. And for channelers and empaths and intuitive empaths who will be listening to this video, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Most of you, probably about 82% of you, will know what I'm talking about, is that it's really easy to hear information right now, whether it's coming from the breathable world or the non-breathable world for the mediums, whether it's coming from the cosmic in the etherical realm versus the very, third dimensional ground level, or under the ground, the underground realms. You can hear the information back and forth. It's like it's really easy to hear right now. And so the reason why all of this is important is because God, universe, and nature, our higher selves, our spiritual teams, our ancestors as well. Shout out to our ancestors, because they left us all of these stories to be able to glean from, pick through, analyze, process, experience, try out, all of that stuff. Okay, they left us all of these stories to observe and to see and to go through ourselves so that we could learn how to get things right over and over and over as we continue to try it out. Okay, because sometimes we're going to walk through stories that have already been written, that have already been told, that have already been tried out. But then sometimes we're going to walk through some new things, and we're going to be walking through a lot of new doors with these open portal. Okay, we're going to be walking through a whole new reality. And so give yourself some credit. If you have worked your buns off for these last 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and 8 years, okay? And you got it right 82% of the time, or pretty close to 82% of the time, baby, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself some credit, because you know how hard you've been working. But like I was talking about in a previous video, a couple of videos back, that was that the grades are being tallied up. Right now, God, universe, and nature, that's exactly what they're doing. They're tallying up our grades, okay, on the highest and the lowest levels, to see who really truly put the work in, did the best they could, to make a passing grade. Earth truly is a school. Dolores Cannon got that right. All right? Our ancestors got that right. Okay? We're not crazy. We're not, ooky spooky. No, this is basic math that God, universe, and nature is showing us and telling us. It's not rocket science. Okay? But the powers that were made the simple very complicated, and the complicated is actually not as complicated as it should be, or at least it shouldn't seem to be that way, because these things are very, very simple. If you've tried something 11 times and 8 to 9, and I talked about that completion of that 8 to 9 cycle, 737 on the clock when I said that. And that 737 is a completion code, okay? It's a Stormer number flipped backwards and forwards to number 37, which is directly tied to the Yeshua story, okay? But I digress. I said in a previous video that this was the time for the completion of the principles of 8 and 9. And 1 plus 8 is 9, and 8 plus 1 is 9. It's simple math. The code is actually very simple. And so, how can I frame that into a story, into something that you can remember? Well, basically, it's like this. Let me say it in Big Mama code. Listen, baby, if you done did something 11 times and 8 to 9 times you got it right, baby, you passed. You passed that class. But if you got real comfortable with getting them answers wrong over and over and over and over, and only 2 to 3 times you got it right out of 11 times, baby, you don't pass. Hell no. No, 18% in any class, kindergarten through 12th grade and beyond that. If you only got something right about 18% of the time, your ass wasn't even trying to get it right. All right? But if you was trying your best and you got 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, you got C's and B's and A's, and preferably higher C's than I'm just saying, like, growing up in my house, a C was not no good thing, okay? B's get degrees, as they say. But in any case, my whole point to all of that is this. If you've been trying And you know if you've been lying. It's simple. It's real simple. You know if you've been trying and trying, you know that. You know if you've been doing your best. You know if you've been trying. And you know if you've been lying. It's very, very simple. Okay? So now, in a previous video, like I said, I could hear God, universe, and nature saying that the grades were being tallied up. And I guess now they ready to talk about it. So, it is what it is. All right. Now, I also said in a previous video, in that same video where I was talking about the completion of 8-9, I was also channeling the number 9 and 6, 96. I was saying 96 and 69 and 96 and 69. And I automatically, and a lot of you are going to already know that is talking about balance. 11-11, yin and yang, okay? Yin and yang. And last year, I was channeling, and I discussed in the previous video, the 11-11 flipperoo energy. What was up is now down, and what's down is now up. That was the energetic theme for the 11-11 portal on last year. What I'm channeling this year is that that 1 year cycle is up, and now the grades from that 1 year cycle completion time is being tallied up. That's what I'm hearing. And this 96 or 69, flip it however you want to, is also talking about that mirroring effect, that mirroring energy, okay? What is down is up, up is down, left is right, right is left, blah, 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 okay? If you're a bird and you know how to fly, and or you carry that bird energy, then chances are you're probably a person like myself who has trouble with cardinal directions, okay? Left can easily look right to you with no problems. Right can look left to you. Up can look down to you. Down can look up. A lot of times people like that may kind of like be like myself, someone who, you know, goes into a store and then comes out and be like, dang, where did I park? Or you're kind of, you know, bad with directions and something like that. Like, those are the people that, you know, may have trouble with that. But the thing is, the reason why you have trouble, chances are, is because you're probably also a person who works on and practices looking at things from a higher vantage point, a higher perspective, you know. And shout out to the people who, you know, energetically bond with that bird type of energy, you know, the eagle energy, the falcon energy, the owl energy, the ibis energy, okay, for the Tahuti tribes. If you are that type of person, then you're going to know what I'm talking about. And this is probably going to resonate with you. Like I said, this morning, I woke up and it was 5:54 on the clock. And it's about 54 degrees in my neck of the woods. And so the simple math is 9 times 6 equals 54. All right? And 9 is that completion coding number. All right? On to a new beginning, on to a new story, on to a new creation and creative story. All right? And for those that have put this type of work in, the reason why now we're able to write our new creation story is because we've earned the right, okay, to play around with that creative energy. And this is why the creative energy is so high. And this is why the portals are very, very, very thin right now. Because in order for things to come into balance, those that have shown that they have the ability to be responsible for that type of creative magic and creative power and creative art and creative science and creative mathematical skill. Those whom have proven that they can be trusted with that type of creativity, those are the ones who will be writing the new creation stories for this new age. Okay. It may be so creative and so powerful until the age of Aquarius may get a new name. And it may be one that we've heard before a long time ago, or it may be one that we've never heard of before. But the whole point to all of that is, for those of you who have been in the classroom working your buns off and got pretty much 80% in the class, B's get degrees, baby. So write your story. What do you know what your past look like? You know what your present look like. So now what you want your future to look like? Because, baby, on this 11/11 portal, make a wish because you gonna get it. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? This is what I'm hearing from the ancestors, from the ones in the unbreathable realms. This is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing my logical brain say this, and I'm hearing my symbolic, imaginative brain at the same time saying these things. Okay? And where there are two or three together, God will be in the midst, so it is written. So now, with that being said, I wish everybody positivity, love, and light today. Congratulations to those who have passed the class. Pat yourself on the back. Show yourself some self-love today. Be grateful for who you are. Okay? Give yourself some credit. You've worked really hard. You've worked really, really hard to pass this class. Earth is a school. And you've passed the class, baby. Congratulations unto you. Perfection is not a requirement for success. Okay? If you earned that B in that classroom, praise yourself, baby. Praise your spiritual team. Praise your ancestors. Praise everybody who was on your team, teaching you both positive and negative ways to get the right answer. Praise yourself and the people that have helped you along the way to pass this class. Give yourself some credit. Perfection is not a requirement for greatness, okay? You don't have to be perfect to be really, 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 really good at who you are and at what you do. If you done beat the conditions of life and 8 out of 11 times, you got that thing right as best you could, then, honey, you done did a hell of a whole lot. More than most. Done did. You are above the board, above average, sweetie. And if you still have parts of you that you're still working on, if you got 2 or 3 of them, that's all right. That's okay, sweetheart. That's okay. You want to know why it's okay? Because that means that you still got some growing to do. You still got some room to grow. And we always supposed to leave ourselves some room to grow. If we was really, truly, honestly, that good to where, oh no, I've learned everything I need to know and I don't need to know anything else. Guess what? Why in the hell you still here? Huh? Say lie. Let's pause and think about that one. Because, honey, Earth is a school. And I guarantee, if you wasn't here to learn something too, I guarantee you wouldn't be here. We have several parts to play in life. but dualistically. We are always both the student and the teacher if we just pay attention at the same time. And sometimes that teacher part is going to be a little bit stronger than that student part. And sometimes that student part is going to be a little bit stronger than that teacher part. But honey, let me tell you something. If you've ever paid attention to your own life, at least half of the time, then what you will know is that there are always at least two sides to every story. And every part of that story is at least two sides. You got this side and you got that side. You got that one side and you got that one side. And the last time I checked, when you put a 1 and a 1 beside each other, that's called an 11. The last time I checked. So, with that being said, take what you got, baby. Take what you got. Be grateful for all the hard work that you done did and you done put in on yourself to become a better version of yourself day by day by day. And if you got a couple, 2 or 3 things still in your hand to work on, then congratulate yourself equally for that too. Don't beat yourself up about that, because that means you have given yourself a little more room to grow. Ashe to you all. Until next time.